There it was, sitting in the back corner of an old barn, buried under decades of dust, cobwebs, and probably the hopes and dreams of its previous owner, a 1940 Ford Standard Tudor Street Rod sedan. To the untrained eye, it looked like a tetanus shot waiting to happen. To me, it was love at first rust. Why this car? Well, my grandpa always talked about owning a car like this during his wild youth. He used to call it a rolling dream. I figured why not make his dream a reality? Plus, I've always wanted a project that would make my neighbors question my sanity. Step 1. Assess the damage. Step 2. Cry a little. Step 3. Get to work. The first challenge was cleaning. Imagine years of grime fused to metal like it was holding on to a grudge. Scrubbing that beast felt like trying to exfoliate a mountain. At one point, I found a wasp nest and briefly considered setting the whole thing on fire and calling it a day. Then came the replacement parts. Tracking down original pieces for a 1940 Ford is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Except the needle is also vintage, rare, and ridiculously expensive. I swear each part had a backstory. The carburetor? Found it in a guy's attic who swore it came from a race-winning car. The side mirrors? Picked them up from a swap meet where a vendor threw in a free lecture about real craftsmanship. And the paint job? Oh, that was a saga. I debated for weeks. Should I go with classic black, bold red, or something funky? In the end, I chose a deep midnight blue that sparkled under the light, because if this car was going to be reborn, it deserved to look like a starry night. After months of sweat, tears, and more late-night YouTube tutorials than I care to admit, the day came. I turned the key in the ignition. Nothing. My heart sank. But then, after a few tweaks, and maybe a whispered prayer to the car gods, it roared to life. That sound, a low, throaty growl, was like music to my ears. I may or may not have danced around the garage like an idiot. It wasn't just a car starting. It was a dream waking up. The first drive was unforgettable. The engine purred like a contented cat. The wheels gripped the road like they were born for it, and I swear the car smiled at me through its grille. It wasn't just a car. It was a piece of history, a labor of love, and a rolling testament to patience and persistence. As I cruised past fields and small towns, I thought about all the late nights, busted knuckles, and moments of doubt. This wasn't just about restoring a car. It was about finding beauty in the broken and proving to myself that even the rustiest, most neglected things can shine again. So, if you've got a dream collecting dust in the corner of your life, don't be afraid to pick it up, even if it looks like a disaster at first. With enough elbow grease and a little faith, you might just bring it back to life. And maybe, just maybe, it'll bring you to life too. Because every rust bucket has a story waiting to be told.